I have indeed.
It's
Make sure it's not dog water,
Dollar Tree headset.
Freer than Costco samples.
Exactly.
Freer than public housing.
That's the one.
You pay taxes?
Oh,
All
man.
right, are we live?
I'm still putting young in there. I don't have to worry about that yet.
We are indeed live.
All right. Then welcome to episode 3 of Landshark Live podcast. For our first episode of this semester, we're going to go straight in with myself, Levi Manos, Joe Bryant, and Colm O'Sullivan as your hosts. We're going to go straight into executive council updates. It is a new year. There's a new president for Almost Esports. It would be Pat Spires. Spires? Inspires?
Bro, I don't know. He got a whack last name.
Look, I can't say anything. My last name is equally horrific to look at. But he... Thank you. New president, he's got a lot of good plans for the org, and I'm excited to see where he takes us in this semester and, pushing a little bit further. And then also Dylan Hale. Yes, Dylan Hale is our new head of community, and he's excited to bring back game nights, movie nights, and start getting to work on a lot of these community events, things that a lot of members of kind of Ole Miss Esports have been asking for recently. So be on the lookout in our Discord for that. Feel free to join anytime, discord.gg/Ole Miss Esports. That should get you right into our server. Moving right along into kind of our big thing for the spring, Landshark 2021. We started this last year with Landshark 2020. It had to be taken online because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And Landshark 2021, like many other tournaments going on in the esports scene, is also going to be online. There are a couple new things going on with it this year, though. Colm, would you like to talk about some of that?
Yeah. So last year, how many games did we really have? We had like 6, maybe 7.
Something like that.
Something like that. So anyway, this year, Overwatch. Yeah. Yes, we did.
We got our 6. Was it just those 5?
It might have been. Anyway, so this year we have a few. No, with League of Legends as well. So that's 6. So this year we have 3 new games. We have Valorant, Hearthstone, and Madden making an appearance at Landshark. Even though the event's not even on LAN, but we still like the name.
It's a good name.
Indeed. So yeah, we just have those next 3 games. I'm very excited to see what happens. It's gonna be crazy.
I think it's gonna be good.
I'm excited to see everyone, see how good of a turnout we get. But it's gonna be wild in full show.
Competitive Madden's actually pretty fun to watch too. I caught a few games of that this semester as well, and it actually gets pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited. Our Hearthstone team has been grinding, so I'm really excited to see our Hearthstone team come out for this one.
Bro, David nasty with it though. I have no idea. I have no idea how Hearthstone works. All I know is that David beat somebody within his first round of playing. Like his first his first turn in the game, and I was just like, okay, David.
Yeah,
but he does.
MOBAs have always been a game I respect, but I've never been good at it. So
our league team this year is also pretty nasty with it.
Yep.
Have you seen them play yet?
I watched the Egg Bowl. Me and 4,000 or 5,000 other people.
I was there. I was watching too. They absolutely styled on MSU, but it's been a while. We'll see if they keep up the same energy.
Well, I guess talking with some of our other competitive teams, we're having some kind of bigger updates with our competitive area. Colm, again, would you like to kind of go over some of those?
Yeah. So we're kind of struggling in the departments of Counter-Strike and Valorant in terms of team members right now. Not a big turnout so far this spring tryout semester. We don't really have a lot of new people. So if you are interested in playing Valorant or Counter Strike, you should talk to Weber XCat on our Discord or Cooper on our Discord. Weber XCat being the Counter Strike chair, and Cooper being the Valorant chair. So,
And then I know one team has kind of taken
Had
a
it-
180 turn
yeah,
recently. The chairman, Joe is with us today. Would you like to talk to us about Siege and your evil plans for that program?
Yeah, so new kid on the block, I guess, because I am a freshman chair, so that's something that's kind of fun to work with. And I joined the org back in August, just as a player trying to like meet some new people who play games here at Ole Miss. And then R6 has always been my favorite game. I've been playing since year 2, so it was nice to get to meet some new people that have the same love for the game that I do. And I decided to just run with it, and then we voted on a new head chair, and then everyone was like, "Joe, you should do it." I was like, "All right, I'll give it a go, see what happens."
you're doing a smashing job so far.
I appreciate it, Colin.
Actually having practices, that's fun
Yeah.
too.
Those are kind of all of our big things going on around our community. If you are looking to join Counter-Strike or Valorant teams, check our social medias. There's going to be links to signups, things like that, links to our Discord, and you'll be able to get all the information that you need. We're open to all skill levels. We're looking at not just a place to win games, also a place for us to grow as a community and us to be able to build up teams from the ground up and make something that the school's gonna all be proud of.
Indeed, yeah. Make sure you talk to Weber or Cooper about Valorant and Counter Strike. They will get you sorted.
Yes, and then lastly, we have our Q&A. So our first question is how do you? It's from Radical underscore OM on Twitter. It says, how do you feel about gameplay reveals and the demo of Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village?
I haven't even
personally
looked at those.
Yeah, same. I
I haven't even
haven't.
looked at those. Bro,
Okay, we're gonna stop you there, Joe. Have you seen anything about this new game, or is that
I
just
have not.
completely?
I never really have played any of the Resident Evil games. Never
Le-
really a game I got into.
Levi's voice is apparently muted on stream.
Now, I haven't seen anything about Resident Evil 8 and all that, and I played 7. I actually
It works
really
now,
like
right?
7.
Yeah, my voice is there now.
There we go.
I played Resident Evil 7. I actually really like that game. But that was a while ago, and I don't know if I'm gonna actually get into Resident Evil 8.
I have never played any Resident Evil games ever in my life. I've seen people play them, but I've never played any myself. Probably won't either.
Justifiable. Next question.
I'm on that siege grind, bro. Don't have time.
I don't think I've said anything relevant the whole time anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, maybe you'll have some better insights on this one. Also, radical underscore OM on Twitter saying to the moon. Thoughts on GME, AMC, and Dogecoin boom from Wall Street Bets.
I don't know much about the stock market, but this has been the most fun I've had on Twitter in a minute. Just scrolling through, just seeing all these between the memes and just people just absolutely livid about random
it's
stock
so fun
market
to
gambling.
It is so fun to watch the hedge funders cry. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's beautiful
You gotta
either
love
way.
all the stonk memes.
Oh yeah, all the stonk memes have been amazing.
Brian, you paid off your college tuition by doing that.
Yes, we did.
Now, one thing to keep in mind though, it did tank. I think. Let me pull it up on my phone real quick. I didn't look at what.
Yeah, I mean it's
price.
GameStop stock. It was always going to
It's
tank.
GameStop. Yeah, it's back down to 92. So if you're still on the diamond hands, hold the line, gang. You might as well hold on because you're probably at a massive loss right now.
Well, see, that was also the thing that kind of when people started going for the hold the line thing, I was
you got to be out at that.
I was kind of bro, as soon as it starts really dipping, you gotta sell. It's GameStop stock. It's not up because the stock isn't up because they believe in the company. The stock's just up because they were, manipulating the market at a massive level. So
I just
Was it? I mean, and it was such a bizarre, like, of all of the things, this started, well, with that one Reddit user, almost 2 years ago, right?
I can't remember.
I don't know how long
I
it
know
was
it
ago.
was
I
a
didn't read up
on
in
the
the
Wall
Reddit
Street.
lore over this, so
I think
I know
at
it
his
started
peak,
on Wall Street Bets though.
yeah, of course it started on Wall Street Bets, because, they like the stock.
Stonks.
But stonk. But like I think he made it up to almost 40 mil, but he still hasn't sold. So
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, he's going from like what, a rented house to a mini mansion. So more
Fair.
power to him. But
Fair.
I think the best stock advice I ever heard is something along the lines of when your local store clerk tells you about the stock, it's time to sell it.
Do you guys see that there's a Reddit versus Wall Street movie? Like someone bought the rights to that movie. Like
I
to
mean, they
make a
bought the
movie.
rights. Are
Yeah,
they
they
gonna
bought
make a
the
movie
rights.
though?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but why would you make it? Like it would make for even like it would make for a decent
Boring.
15-minute documentary.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would be boring, but someone still bought. Like that's how crazy it is. Like someone bought a movie rights about Reddit versus Wall Street.
Well, no, what I mean
That's
is
the
like so.
stupidest movie plot I think I've ever heard.
Well, yeah, it's not a good plot. I mean, I guess you could always
I mean, like, who would you follow? It's
you just no. Look, no. So this
You
is
follow
this is
the
how it
one
works.
guy.
No, you follow so you can follow either the one guy, the man who started it all, and like portray him as this like because it's a movie. You don't have to tell the truth at all. You'd say based on a true story and that's it. So you just you either go the way of portraying the main guy as this misunderstood genius, or you go a completely different route and you follow someone who either makes it big or loses everything.
or you go Wolf of Wall Street and then just
You
like,
could follow a hedge fund manager that loses everything as your main
Exactly.
character.
But have they lost everything? I mean, at the end of
No,
the day,
they
there's one
lost-
hedge
they
funder
lost
who
like
lost
a yacht.
44 mil.
He lost one of his yachts. He's still got the other one.
Lost a yacht. Oh, what am I gonna
okay.
do?
He had to sell
I've only got
his
7
seventh.
more yachts left.
He had to sell his
Oh.
7th summer home.
Oh man.
what do you do with that many? Like, this isn't even like a knock on people with means, but like, what do you do with all of that?
I mean,
Like,
I
I have one
swear.
apartment.
I don't know what you do. I have one apartment.
Like, I don't
really
need
know.
another
Bro, did you-
apartment.
I feel
Wait,
like
hold
if
on.
you
I feel like
just-
that was a weird clarification. Did you have 2 at some point?
Well, no, actually, I have 6 beach houses, a super yacht, and a Lamborghini parked outside my one.
Oh, but
apartment.
only one apartment. Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty. Honestly, that's
you had to
practical.
sell the second.
That's
you know?
practical.
Yeah, I had to sell the second because
Oh,
the
bro.
AMC went down.
I knew that Lamborghini, the driver of that Lamborghini I saw the other day. I knew he looked familiar. I couldn't tell who he was.
Yeah, facts. Sergio said in chat, like, imagine being Bezos. Like, what do you even do? Like,
Imagine being
Bezos?
what?
I mean, what you do is you step down from Amazon, I guess.
Step down from Amazon and pursue other passions.
passions.
What are those? But what are those
Whatever.
passions? We don't even know what that is.
Probably not growing hair.
What
No.
if Jeff Bezos by himself buys all of Dogecoin? That might be
What does that actually do if one person
Plot
buys
twist.
like the whole thing? Like,
They own
I
it.
don't know.
but like, but
does
that
it
would
have value
if
then?
one person owns all the currency, then the currency can't function.
Hey, don't talk about the Federal Reserve like that.
I think Jeff Bezos at this point in time can buy all of Dogecoin just for the memes, just to watch people suffer.
I could see Elon do that, but I could not see Bezos.
Oh, Elon Musk would totally do that.
Elon's a
He'd
bit
have to
of
get
a
high first.
unpredictable phenomenon, and
Eat a special brownie.
Anyway, our last question of the night comes from Viral Madara. I probably pronounced that wrong.
Yeah, you did. You'll hear about that later.
That's fine. Says
Can
favorite
we get a
anime
correct
this season?
pronunciation, please?
I don't know it. Do you have it?
No, I don't watch Naruto.
I don't either.
Well,
No,
this proves my point. The favorite anime this season, favorite anime of all time, and I don't watch anime.
All right,
So,
so
I have to agree
I'll
with
lead
that.
off, I guess. So, although I have to preface the favorite with I don't think it's the best. It's just my favorite for pure entertainment value. Overlord, and the one I'm watching this season that I've got my eye on the most is Jujutsu Kaisen. It's it's been kind of a banger the whole time through. Started last season, and what was yeah, it's got a really like a strong cast, a really strong main character with like a literal but not like super in your face like self conflict. So, it's nice.
Oh,
So-
look at Sergio's question. We'll talk about that after the anime one. We have
Okay.
to. There we go.
Okay, so after Lil Uzi Vert got a $24 million diamond embedded in his head, if you had to get one thing embedded in your forehead, what would it be? What?
We'll
He
touch on
did
that.
what?
We'll
He
touch
did
on, hey,
what?
no. We'll touch on that after. So,
free
Joe,
Uzi.
do you have a favorite anime, Joe?
I used to watch it some back in high school, but since I've come to college, I really haven't kept up with it.
Yeah, but what's
But
your favorite?
my favorite of all time that I have watched would probably be Death Note. That's
What an
probably my
edgy high
favorite.
schooler.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
I think my favorite anime had to be Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga is one of the ones that like numerically, like if I had to put it on the official IMDb scale, I'd put it above Overlord every time. I just don't think it has the same like entertainment value.
Vinland Saga is great, but I like the first season was just like a prologue apparently. So
Yeah, well, the first season like low-key switches main characters to the antagonist like halfway
I know.
through. So
it was pretty good though. I'm not.
all right,
answering that
Sergio's question
Obama.
time.
Someone explain.
I kind of want to agree with Dylan here. After little Uzi Vert got a yeah, something to bed in your forehead.
He did what?
Bro, it's little Uzi Vert. What do you expect?
So like, I mean,
You know?
think of just
I
random
don't-
items that you could like embed in your
I don't know
forehead,
what
like
to
maybe a
expect.
laser pointer or like
A laser pointer.
What, the all-seeing eye? Just like,
I
I don't think I want anything embedded in. There's stuff
I-
behind your forehead that you kind of need.
I mean, I feel like you
Um,
would. I feel like you would do the Dylan way and embed a bullet in your head.
oh no.
But like if you're embedding something in this part of your head, you're clearly not using the part that's behind it.
The
Facts.
frontal cortex.
Big
Yeah.
facts. What would I embed in my forehead?
I'm going with laser pointer, so y'all can't take that one.
But like those are long. Like, are you gonna be a unicorn? That
Nah,
just kinda,
well, I mean, maybe, but like also like maybe it's a smaller one, like with the.
I don't really know what I'd want. I'm
This
trying
is
to.
a really
I'm
uncomfortable
torn
question.
between something either really creepy to freak people out or really useful. Like I don't know.
I
Maybe
want
like-
the third
maybe-
eye.
Yeah, maybe like a third eye, but
The
it has
razor
night vision,
symbol?
It's hooked. It's like the razor symbol. What's that? You know? Wait, what about that S? What about that S that we all drew in high school? Remember that one?
Yes.
Cool ass.
The cool S.
I don't. Does anyone have any less uncomfortable questions that they'd like to ask?
No.
You
We still don't have an
guys
answer
drink
from
your
everybody.
lemonade
We
with
still don't
or
have an
without the
answer from
pulp?
everybody. Like we gotta get answers.
I'd guess I'd embed a big like plate of steel in my head. So if I headbutt
joystick?
somebody,
A joy.
if I put like a plate of steel in my forehead, I think I would do like that, so I could just headbutt people and not get hurt in
Solid.
response.
What do we think about a joystick?
Why would you want a joystick in your head?
Why would you want a
depends.
diamond in
Can
your
I,
head?
Can you like? Can you
I
use
mean-
it and then
Oh,
like
it's gonna-
be able to walk around
It's
with
gonna
it?
be like a
Maybe.
fidget cube.
What about like a bell? You can just sit there and be like ding 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 ding. ding.
Be the most annoying person ever.
Or like an air horn or something, right? Like you just kind of like
The MLG air horn.
No, but the thing is though, you can't hear it, but everyone else can.
Oh
Yeah.
no, bro,
Oh no.
that's so
And
obnoxious.
like
Oh,
someone
no.
looks at you like, man, do you hear that? And you're just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's go move on to Astro's question. You just put in what's our favorite movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. What about you, Levi?
I don't have like a favorite film. I don't think. I watch movies like 24/7. But like I
What
don't know.
about favorite film series? Let's go a little broader here.
Probably Pirates of the Caribbean, but it falls off really hard. The original trilogies,
Yeah.
I'll say. The original
Yeah.
trilogy. Like, it falls off hard after that, so.
That's
I always
solid.
liked the Lord of the Ring trilogy.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
That one's solid.
What about
I
you,
just think
Joe?
Ooh, for me, it's kind of hard because like I've been watching a lot of more classical movies lately.
Except
'Cause
for a class,
I
or
just enjoy watching movies in my spare time. But
Wait, hold on. I have there's a
I
list
don't know.
I have somewhere.
I
There's a
feel like
what?
it's kind of hard to just pick one favorite movie because there's so many different genres. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably say M. Night Shyamalan, Sixth Sense. That's probably my favorite movie.
I'm coming. I'm
Okay.
taking stage right back for a second, because I have okay, so my top movies are Baby Driver, Hardcore Henry,
Ooh.
specifically for entertainment value, uh, Kingsman,
Kingsman
uh,
solid.
Pretty solid.
Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail.
Yes.
The entire movie, it's like one of the most brilliant comedies
Yes.
ever, like hands down. The entire movie, every single frame is
Oh my
a
god, it's so
beautiful
funny.
comedy.
It's so
And it's
good.
that good British humor too. You have to think
Yeah.
a little bit about
I
it
think-
sometimes.
I think
Sorry to Bother You. Sorry to Bother You is another really surreal one.
Do you
that,
do you
I
have the
liked a
Life
lot.
of Brian on that list?
I
It's
don't think
another
I've ever
Monty
watched.
Python.
Yeah, I've
You've never watched the Life.
We'll
of-
see. Like
Dude,
I've.
You know,
Yeah.
The ending of that movie was interesting.
Yes, it was, bro. Life of Brian is iconic.
I know
Life of
it really is.
Not
How
your
many of
life,
you have seen
but
Hardcore Henry?
I've never seen Hardcore.
I actually
not.
got motion sick watching it.
Did
And I
you?
don't really get motion sick. Yeah.
Yeah. So Hardcore Henry was a movie that was. It's a first-person film,
Yeah.
and it's
like,
just
you are
literally
Henry.
like 24/7. You are Henry on cocaine shooting things, and it's a very
I thought
entertaining movie. But
I think first person films are kind of cool though because
it was a really cool proof of concept.
You know what isn't cool? Vertical films. I don't care if you have an iPhone. Don't shoot films like this.
Yeah,
Please
please don't.
don't.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Please stop.
It just kills any idea of field of vision.
Oh, I see Kill Bill. Yeah.
That's not
Kill
how
Bill?
human vision
Oh,
works.
Kill Bill's a good one.
Kill
Kill
Bill
I
Bill's
like
a
Rush
really
Hour a
good
lot.
movie.
I feel like Rush
Kill
Hour is a
Bill's
little bit
really good.
people know about Rush Hour, but do people really know about Rush Hour? You know what I mean? I feel like it doesn't get the credit it deserves.
a little bit underrated. Yeah.
When you're talking about comedy, when you're talking about comedy movies, I feel like it really doesn't come up that often. But it's it's top. It's top.
Let's see, it says, do y'all like...
Saving Private Ryan's a good one too.
I mean, even as far as historical accuracy, that one's just phenomenal. It's entertaining.
Tom Hanks was pretty good.
Actually, my brother had to do an assignment in his class that was something along the lines of find all of the historical inaccuracies, and there's a list of movies you could pick from, and he picks Saving Private Ryan over any other option, and that's just not a good
That
time.
must have been a little hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was difficult.
It says, do y'all like Lost, or is it like found footage, right? Where it's oh, we found this camera, and then it's the Blair Witch Project. I mean, it's kind of
It's a bit of a. It can be
hit or miss.
entertaining. It can be entertaining, but it can also be a limiting medium. It's a bit of a thing that I take. Artistically, it's a bit of a challenge mode, but as far as the end product is concerned, you would have usually about 90% of the time been better off if you just took the creative liberties in your story to not do lost footage style. I think you would. I think as a style, it's interesting and unique, but beyond that, I don't think that it really adds anything sufficient to the mood or the story to really make the medium or the style better than anything else.
Well, it's 7:30, so we'll take 2 more questions, and then we'll wrap this up. Do y'all have any extra questions you'd like to go through? Down there in the chat.
Let's see here.
Don't look at my question, Sergio, but
Yeah, I mean, Adara said it in chat. It's misused for a lot of movies that do it, which is very true. That's why I feel like it's a challenge mode for film producers. It's it's kind of a can you pull it off type thing, and usually it's a no.
So if you could relive one Ole Miss Esports day, what would it be?
Excluding Egg Bowl.
Excluding, honestly,
I would relive the first day in Atlanta.
yeah, the first day in Atlanta was pretty good. Yeah, that was just fun.
I'm still pretty new
Bro,
to the org, so I haven't had
day-
that experience yet.
Bro, oh my god. Levi, did you go to Atlanta with us?
I wish.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
I had a
Oh,
so
maybe
like
me and
I
Brian
was
were the only ones who went to Atlanta in this call then. Oh man.
I was on a soccer team that played every Sunday with my brother. So like I ended up not being able to go to a lot of the events and stuff. So
You missed out.
yeah.
So a lot of the pictures that we'd have like for our general meetings, like the ones with Sergio still in them and with me still in them, when we were carrying boxes, that was our first day in Atlanta.
Looking
Yep.
back, honestly, I'd relive one of those days so that I can just go dip off to Atlanta and to an esports event rather than
that was
go play my 78th
Bro.
soccer game.
I would go relive that day every day because it was
Yeah.
just like it was like
There's so much hope.
like not hope, but like the whole center, like the whole like venue was like a mile long of just like
Yeah, gaming.
every esport ever, plus like esports merch, new games, like new types of VR stuff. Like it was awesome.
Then trying to
And-
play
and-
competitive games while there's a
Yeah,
rave going on.
trying to play competitive games. And there's an EDM concert off to my right, and I can't hear the guy to my right because there's just like crappy music blasting in my eardrums.
That
Hot
was a
take,
good
I
time.
know.
I mean,
Dude, commentating on EDM.
I haven't,
I remember, Brian, were you were there when the whole CS:GO team got pissed, right? At the match admins. Oh my god.
yeah.
So someone knocked over our Ethernet, and like we lost connection to the match. So we like the game like counted us as abandoning, and we lose the round, and the admins couldn't like match medic it. So we had to play with like our economy busted, and like UTK was being really toxic at the time, but we still won. And oh boy, were we toxic!
Oh man,
screaming!
yeah, that's a good one.
We screamed across the BYU.
I feel like LANs just in general are way more toxic, and it's way more fun that way.
I feel like you gotta have a certain level of like, because that's for esports that's a little bit like to an extent, like you know what I mean. To an extent, that's really how like the competition like and passion is shown. Like if you're not a little bit into the trash talk, at least you
You have to beat them up here first.
Well, yeah, but UTK started calling us like the R word and
okay,
the
yeah.
F word that wasn't a common not slur, but a common word to say. But like the homophobic slur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one final
it was
like
a GTA lobby.
one of the final things that Sergio said something in chat, but I'm gonna bring up my topic right for it. Did you know yesterday Warzone banned 60k cheaters?
Really?
Wow.
60k.
Someone
game
that
is
I
so
know that
trash, though.
plays a lot of Warzone said that cheating had become a problem recently.
I
don't play Warzone, so I wouldn't know, but that's
Warzone
good to hear.
right now
Well, like
is a mix of cheating and then a mix of people who are running whatever her name is that's just like wearing all black with a Mac 10, and you don't stand like it's like a Mac 10 and then a DMR. So you're just like, oh, look, there's someone over there. I should use my SKS to engage them, and you line up your shot, and then just like.
I remember the last like Warzone type content I watched was Sergio's channel, and he and his squad got wiped by some guy who was invisible.
Yep.
And then he stayed in the lobby to watch, and then after the lobby, it was so toxic.
Oh yeah, I've seen that clip where everybody's like screaming at that dude. Yeah, it was great. But the DMR actually is pretty. It's been nerfed 2 or 3 times since it's not that good anymore.
But it's still it's not that good, but
it's not irrelevant. But I mean, a lot of guns shred in Warzone. I mean, but anyways, I played against a cheater the other day. It was my first time. Like, well, it's the first time I knew the guy was cheating. We all got domed by this guy running the car, and I'm like, is this dude good or is he cheating? So like, we watch him for a little bit, and the dude like he's like taking quick scopes at these dudes from like 300 meters away, and he's missing by like a lot. Like not like like
Oh,
at
he's
their
got the
feet or their
magic bendy bullets.
yeah. He's like he's not hitting at all. He's literally there. He's not hitting anybody. He's not damaging anybody. He's just missing. And then he turns around and just scopes in on one of them and just headshot. Just and then he does the same thing again after that, and then misses like 20 more shots. And I'm like, oh,
He didn't do the classic, like put down the controller because I've just hit the nuttiest shot of my life. No, he just kept going. Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah, it was.
I remember one.
Was
I think I haven't played Warzone since my textures didn't load one day, so I could see through walls and I could drive through walls.
Oof.
So when I got to the gulag, I was like in the wall, and I could shoot through the bathroom walls in the gulag.
Speaking of which, I really like Nuketown Gulag, but I must say, the game is like no fun when they change the Gulag weapons to all the meme guns.
Yes.
To all the meme guns.
Yeah.
No, they change them to. It's fine when they're ARs. When all the new weapons are like, or when the Gulag weapons are all the ARs, SMGs and stuff, it's great. But when they change the Gulag to be like fists, crossbow, what else can you get right now?
Throwing knife and fists.
Dual deagles. Like it's so like, that's not fun. It's just, I mean
It's just cheese. It's just
Kind of
luck.
annoying.
well, no, that means like that's not even a 1v1. It's just I might as well just go flip a coin,
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go look at.
Yeah, Sergio asked. Well,
Sergio
also I
asked
see in there
one
FFAR is better.
question.
The
FFAR
might
is
be
really
better,
good, but it has
but
no range.
If you use bullpups, I hate you, and I hate bullpups. So don't do it.
Oh, I use the Odin,
Sergio
so sorry.
says. So Sergio says, what's the one thing that you haven't done with Ole Miss Esports that you want to do before you graduate? Okay, so the one thing I really want to do, I'm kind of using this semester as content coordinator, is I want to build up something I can actually use for a reel and possibly send off to other orgs, possibly some college things like that. I mean, like, hey, I'm a designer. I can do things with esports. I do this, or even use it for some of my own career stuff in broadcasting and all that. So I'm just kind of looking to use this semester as a way to build myself a collection and a reel of really, really good content, which means, I want to make good stuff for esports for OME, but I want to use it as a time that I can actually build a portfolio per se for myself.
I'll be graduating in like, few months, but this will be mostly a regret. I kind of regret that I was never able to really be a part of one of the competitive teams. None of the games that I played ever really fell in line with anything that was being competed in at the time. When I first joined OME, I played Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on the blue team, I think. That didn't go so well, and I wasn't passionate for Black Ops 4 at all. And then once again, and COD after that. The COD after that was Modern Warfare, right? That was dog water.
What was it?
Modern Warfare was dog water. I wasn't even gonna. I played that COD for like a week. So anything. The only game that I ever really like had an opportunity to. The one I would have had an opportunity to compete in would have been Modern Warfare or Black Ops 4, but both of them were games that I ended up having no passion for. So.
I think what I want to do before I graduate is I want to win CR6, but that's a rough goal to get.
It's going to take a lot of work with the teams we're playing against right now.
It's going to take a lot of work, but I think we can do it. And then after I graduate, I'm gonna need Sergio to hire me at Ottawa State. Get that dough.
Congrats to Sergio. Like, I haven't.
Congrats to Sergio.
Like,
for sure.
Big moves from him.
But also, Joe, what are your plans with Ole Miss East Coast? Because this is your first year with us.
I've got some time, so.
Where do you see yourself going?
I just want to. I just want to compete like normally. Like I just want COVID to be over with. Like I'm
Yeah.
ready to actually like go to an invite or something.
Yeah,
That'd be
doing
so
lands
much
again.
fun. Yes, for sure. Because I still haven't done that yet. So
You will soon. Don't worry. There's many years to come. But I guess that's all that we have for this episode of Landshark Live. Thank you all
good.
for tuning in and watching.
Indeed,
And,
thank you.
Yep. Do y'all have any closing things y'all'd like to say? Nope. Okay.
Hold
Good talk.
on, wait.
Wait.
I expect that job, Sergio. I'm coming for it.
Okay,
And that's
okay.
all I gotta say.
hey, Siege is on the rise, y'all. Y'all
See
get ready.
on the rise.
I can't. It can't end without me talking about Destiny.
Oh, God.
I'll just air my
End it.
concerns. Sergio's
Bungie,
out. Sergio's out.
Sergio. Okay.
Fix, please.
Yeah,
Destiny dead.
Bungie, fix please. Entire game ice. I'm frozen. They hit me with the controller disconnect mid-match. Except for it wasn't a controller disconnect. They just froze me 3 times in a row, and I thought I controller disconnected.
No,
so,
it was actually you throwing your controller across the room.
Well, I don't even play controller. I don't even play controller anymore, but I thought my controller DC'd anyways. So yeah, that's the state of the game right now. It's dog water, literally free, 0 PR. So that's it for the stream, I guess. Unless Brian has any closing thoughts.
Can we say that? Oh no, I don't have any other closing thoughts.
Can
thank
we
y'all for
say
watching.
that?
Let's just end on that.
Yeah, we're just gonna end on